Hi, I'm Jim Jordan with Create Vibrant Health, and today I want to talk to you about what I consider to be the key missing ingredient in establishing vibrant health. And for those who have been struggling with chronic health issues, the key missing ingredient in recovering your health. And I speak to you from my own direct experience, having had twice in my adult life chronic illness, most recently 4 years ago, and it took me a couple of years before I started to really get on track with things to see what I needed to do. So most of us, when we have a health issue, we're looking frantically for solving the problem, and we go into practitioners who have all kinds of great approaches, and often these approaches can help, whether they're nutritional approaches or bodywork approaches or whatever, or clearing out your pathogens in your gut, parasites, or brain chemistry balancing. All that stuff is fantastic. And yet, many people I've worked with, and myself included, when I had been struggling, were still not recovering despite using the best things that we could come up with, naturally or alternative medicine wise, functional medicine wise. So, that missing ingredient, the missing element, I found to be vital force or vital energy, life force, you can call it. It's known by many names: chi in Chinese medicine, or prana in Ayurvedic medicine, or just life force energy. So what I mean by that is it's almost like an equation. When we've been struggling with health challenges for a long time, or we've just been struggling with life, okay, for a long time, for decades maybe, stress, traumas, injuries, structural imbalances, heavy metals, all this stuff, years of struggles with relationships, perhaps, or finances. These things just accumulate, and they're a drain on our life force. Basically, the bank account is drained down by the time we crash. And to reestablish health, we have to fix things, but we also need to deposit energy. And most of us I certainly looked at energy as something I get primarily from food. Just eat food, and you'll get energy. But you actually have to have energy to assimilate the food, the nutrients in the food too. So the energy I'm talking about is more subtle than that. This is life force energy, can be cultivated. There's ways you can do it. The biohacking community has identified things beautifully, including getting connected to the earth and nature, forest bathing, earthing, sunbathing, early morning access to sunlight to get the red and near infrared light to start to stimulate the mitochondria to produce energy. There's all kinds of things we can do to start to bring that life force up. What I think we can also do is we can do a few other things. We have to start to access our own joy and happiness despite not feeling good, which is hard because we tend to get depressed and we isolate ourselves from other people, but we need to have some joy and happiness. That actually cultivates your life force. Connection to other people, touch, physical touch with people or animals like pets will bring some life force energy into you. And then the number one thing that I have found to cultivate life force energy is a life force cultivating practice such as Qigong or Tai Chi or breathing exercises. And you combine that with connection to the earth, uh, access to light, sunlight, enzymatically active food from juices, sprouts, things like that, as part of your diet. I'm not saying vegan or anything, but some of that life force energy coming from the food, you start to build up that life force that you've had depleted. You start to realize you actually have some gas in the tank now, okay? And you need that to even rest properly. You need that for your nervous system to relax a bit. So the mistake we make is we think, and I made this mistake, is we think, well, let me just do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And it actually takes a tremendous amount of discipline and commitment to rebuild yourself when you've broken down hard, to the bottom, where you've got some manifested serious health challenges. You need to be disciplined and patient. You really need to be very patient and cultivate this life force over time, gradually, and you will start to feel better. Personally, what I've used is a Qigong practice called Pangu Qigong, Shenggong rather, Pangu Shenggong. and it's was taught to me by a trainer from Nest Health, and I think it's been the biggest factor in helping me get my health back. And I've had to do it. I've been doing it more and more, more hours in the day, up to 2 hours a day now. And at first, I was just doing 20 minutes a day, and once in a while, I'd skip a day or two. But the more you do it, the more you do whatever it is you're finding that gives you energy, the more energy you'll build up. And then that energy can be used to process toxins, traumas, realign the structure, get your life sort of organized again in a way where you can start to be creative as opposed to just hanging on for survival. You can start to create your life again. So my message to you out there, if you've been struggling with chronic health issues, is to cultivate your life force. And there's many ways to do it. I have my ways I've been doing, and if you want my advice, you want my coaching, you can contact me, and we can work out a program, develop a program for you, and it might include some other assessments, including a Nest Health scan. That's possible. Um, but feel free to call my office at 541-482-2250. I'll be happy to speak with you. My name is Jim Jordan with Create Vibrant Health. Have a wonderful day.